هم للطريق مشاعل الأنوار، هم للنسيم عبيره الفوار، هم قادة رفعوا التميز راية، هم في العزيمة همة الأنصار. هم للطريق مشاعل الأنوار، هم للنسيم عبيره الفوار، هم قادة رفعوا التميز راية، هم في العزيمة همة الأنصار. لبناء جيل رائد بسلاحه علما وروحا للتقدم جاري، لبناء جيل رائد بسلاحه علما وروحا للتقدم جاري، وبمنهج شرب الأصالة منهما ذاك الكتاب وسنة المختار، ذاك الكتاب وسنة المختار. هم للطريق مشاعل الأنوار، هم للنسيم عبيره الفوار، هم قادة رفعوا التميز راية، هم في العزيمة همة الأنصار. هم للطريق مشاعل الأنوار، هم للنسيم عبيره الفوار، هم قادة رفعوا التميز راية، هم في العزيمة همة الأنصار. ولهم بأخلاق الكرام مآثر يروونها بتواتر الأخبار، ولهم بأخلاق الكرام مآثر يروونها بتواتر الأخبار. ناد له من كل حقل زهرة بحر العلوم وأنهر الأفكار.
Now, let's go to the last lesson of this unit. It's lesson 8. Now, what are the objectives of this lesson? Number 1, to correct the paragraphs, workbook, page 18. Number 2, to write 2 paragraphs. Now, look at your book, page 16. We have the pictures of 2 animals. We're going to talk about the first paragraph. It's about the white rhinoceroses. Before listening to paragraph, now we are going to talk about the first animal. I'm going to ask some questions and you have to answer my questions. Question number 1. Look at your working book, page 16. What is the name of the animal? Yes, it is the white rhinoceroses. Okay. Where does it come from? Where does it come from? Answer? Yes. This animal comes from South Africa. South Africa. Try to describe this animal by answering these questions. What kind of skin does it have? Yes, it has very thick, light gray skin. Good. What is the weight of this animal? Weight, وزن. It is up to 3,600 kilograms. Question number 4. Does this animal have horns? How many horns does it have? Yes, it has 2 horns. One short one, behind one, long one. Question number 5. How many animals are still in the wild? By the year 1900. The number of animals in the wild is only from 50 to 100 in the wild by 1900. Number 6. What is the cause of the reduction of this number? Yes, answer. The cause of its reduction is hunting for skins, horns, and meat. Are there any species of this animal saved in the wild? Why? Answer: some species of this animal were saved in the wild because they have established a reservation place in 1897 in Natal. The last question: how many animals were reintroduced into the wild? Yes, answer, about 2,500 were reintroduced into the wild. We are going to listen to some sentences about this animal. Now, listen.
English for Saudi Arabia. Secondary English 5. Recording 5. Unit 2, Lesson 7. Paragraphs. The white rhinoceros.
The white rhinoceros. The white rhinoceros comes from South Africa. It has a very thick, light grey skin and weighs up to 3,600 kilos. It has 2 horns, one short one behind one long one. By 1900, there were only 50 to 100 white rhinoceroses left in the wild. This was because they had been hunted for their skins, horns, and meat. However, a reservation had been established in Natal in 1897. As a result, the species was saved, and today about 2,500 white rhinoceroses have been reintroduced into the wild.
Now, open your book, page 18. You have 2 minutes to read the paragraphs about that animal. Read the paragraph again and define the mistakes. Every line has 1 mistake only. Look at it and define the mistakes. Now, look at the paragraph in your workbook, page 18. This is a paragraph about the white rhinoceroses. Now, read it carefully and define the mistakes in each line. There is 1 mistake in each line. At first, look at the title. The white rhinoceros. What is the mistake here? The mistake is rhinoceroses. Must be capital R. Line number 1. The white rhinoceros comes from South Africa. What's the mistake here? South Africa. South should be capital S. It has a very thick, light, grey skin and weighs up to. What is the mistake here? At the beginning of the sentence, look at the beginning of the sentence. You find it. It here is not correct. Why? It should begin with a capital letter. So the mistake, it should be I capital. Again, line 2 again. It has a very thick, light grey skin and weighs up to 3,600 kilos. It has 2 horns, one short one behind one long one. In line 4, what is the mistake? If you look at the comma after kilos, this is not correct. It should be a full stop. And it must begin with capital I لأنها بداية جملة. So the correct sentence will be, it weighs up to 3,600 kilos. It has 2 horns, one short one behind one long one. Line 5. What is the mistake here? I think if you look at the end of the sentence, there is no full stop. So there must be a full stop. Paragraph 2. By 1900, there were only 5 to 100 white rhinoceroses left in the wild. Look at line number 6. There's a mistake here. What is it? There must be a space or indentation at the beginning of this line. Because, because it is the beginning of a new paragraph. So there must be a space. Number 7. White rhinoceroses lived in the wild. What is the mistake here in this line? You look at the comma after wild. That's not true. That's not correct. It must be a full stop. ليش? Because it is the end of the sentence. So the comma must be full stop. This must begin with a capital letter. So lived in the wild. This, the beginning of the sentence, was because they had been hunted for their skins, horns, and meat. Line 8. What is the mistake here? If you look at the full stop after skins, it is not the end of the sentence. ما هي نهاية جملة. So it must be comma. Horns must begin with small letter, small h. So horns and meat. However, a reservation has been established. However, a reservation has been established in Natal. Look here. A reservation has. The mistake here, has. Why? احنا بنتكلم عن الماضي. يبقى has يجب أن تكون had. So, has mistake, correct it into had. Had been established in Natal. As a result, the species was saved. What is the mistake? As a result must be followed by a comma, not a full stop. The species was saved. And today, about 2,500 white rhinoceros. What is the mistake here? Look at the end of the line. Rhinoceros. This is singular. It must be plural. So, it must be rhinoceroses. The last line had been reintroduced into the wild. What is the mistake here? Had is the mistake. It must be present. Because we have the word today at the previous sentence. عندنا كلمة today اللي هو الحين. في الجملة السابقة لذلك يجب أن نستخدم present perfect, not past perfect. So had must be have. Okay? Look at your book, workbook again, page 16. We are going to talk about another animal. It's called the Arabian oryx. By using the words in the table, write a paragraph on the Arabian oryx. Look, this is an example. The Arabian oryx. The Arabian oryx comes from Arabian Peninsula. It has white coat with black markings on the face, side, and legs, and it weighs 100 kilograms. It has two almost straight horns, side by side. By 1972, there was none in the wild. The cause of reduction is hunting for their meat. It is a damage to its environment. The number reintroduced into the wild is about 85 oryx. Thank you. This is the end of the lesson.